The sky outside is fake?
When they launch this fake alien invasion, everybody gonna swear it's real. You know why? Because people don't know that the sky is CGI technology. I've been telling y'all this. That's not your real sky. See the sky behind me? That same sky up there. That motherfucker is not real.
Is that why Disney made the movie Chicken Little?
And it hit me on the head. And it looked like a stop sign. Well, look, wait, what's that?
Son, is this what hit you?
So this part right here is very symbolic. With the acorn is basically the cousin of the pine cone, and they are both symbolic to the pineal gland. The pineal gland is your third eye. Your third eye is how you see the truth. Most people's third eye is calcified, so that's the reason why the acorn hits him on the top of the head. I mean, even in the movie, the alien has 3 eyes, and the third eye is right where the pineal gland should be.
And the thing is shaped like a flame. That might not mean anything, but why wouldn't it? You never know with these weirdos in Hollywood.
Alright? It's not real. I've been telling y'all that for a reason, because it's being controlled. There's 5 layers to it. It's CGI technology. They showed you this shit in that movie Kong when he threw the motherfucking spear at the motherfucking sun, nigga. Right? They showed it right to you, but before they showed it to you in Kong, for those of you who've been listening to me at university, y'all know from day one I've been telling y'all this. So if people not know that CGI technology, alright, once they get the change in the frequency of the sky, and they get the altering the layers of the sky to make it look like it's a war going on right there, that's not. Alright? They make it seem like it's these huge spaceships that's in the sky, that's not. And then they're gonna actually use actual spaceships that they do have from other extraterrestrial species like these insectoids and these greys and these other ones that they got, they in cahoots with. They gonna make this shit look real, y'all.
He could be onto something.
These are the scariest effects of psychedelics. Ego death. Your thoughts, emotions, your sense of self, and even your ability to feel time passing completely disappear. Although it's normally followed by a transcendent experience, it's so intense a lot of people who go through this actually believe they're dying. Entity encounters. It's no secret that most entity encounters on psychedelics are positive, but when they're not, they can be absolutely terrifying. People have reported sensing pure evil emanating from dark entities and the space they reside in. These entities sometimes share terrifying messages or show you horrific images in order to trick you into being afraid, which is why they're often interpreted as demons or even the devil itself. The Truman Show effect. The Truman Show effect is where you wake up and realize there's been an invisible audience watching you your whole life.
Damn, what's wrong with their teeth? Jeez. I would be terrified. Wait, am I on LSD right now? Are these the type of people you see when you're on LSD? What if AI is making demon faces on us? Ugh.
And if you go through this while a friend is next to you, they won't feel like your friend anymore, but some kind of alien actor that's been playing the character of your friend all along. A common message that is heard during this effect is that the person tripping and everyone around them is actually the same being pretending to be different people. It's often described as feeling like you're removing a VR headset and remembering that your whole life was just a game. Now, this effect can actually be liberating and even enjoyable, but I've heard of many people freaking out even after the trip's over because they feel like their sober reality isn't real.
You are a slave. When you are born, you get a birth certificate. When a ship pulls up to its bay on water, it's called the birth canal. When it pulls up, it gets a certificate of manifest certifying all the products on the ship. When you are born on water through the birth canal, you get a certificate of manifest. This is because you are now a product and you showed up on water, and this represents your cooperation. This is why when you die, you're called a corpse. So when you get a letter and your name is in full capital letters, this is not you. This represents the cooperation that you have agreed to identify with.
Let's go back, because I also saw in that word cooperation. Also see that in there. I don't know if that means anything, but I'm going to do a full review on this book. If you want to get this book, click the link in my description. I've been told it's a very fascinating book.
Cash is freedom. That's why they're getting rid of it. You know that, right?
Well, they said it was because I had germs and COVID and wash your hands. That's not why?
What does the movie Groundhog's Day look like from the love interest POV? Well, it would be a horror film, and that's what they explore in the episode Try of the Twilight Zone from 2019. In this episode, the main character is seemingly almost hit by a truck, until this stranger comes along and saves her at just the right time. She was on her way to the museum, and so is this stranger. Right off the bat, they hit it off, and they seemingly have a lot in common. But the more they talk, she's not sure if he's psychic or if something else is going on. And she starts to wonder maybe this guy is just her soulmate. It's like he knows everything about her and everything that she likes, and they have all the similar interests. He even has the same name as the boy that she had a crush on when she was growing up. And then he finally confesses to her. He's lived this day over and over. He's in his own kind of groundhog loop. If he goes to sleep or passes away, then the day just starts over. And he's made hundreds, if not thousands, of attempts to win her heart. As he tells her this, he thinks this is some great love story and that she's going to be really impressed by it, but instead, she's horrified. Because she knows that she's been manipulated. She doesn't have a choice in this.
What a two-dimensional way of looking at stuff. Just beautiful for nothing, bitches. I mean, I would be trying to figure out, wait, you're in a loop? You just keep going over and over and over again?
And that everything that he said to be or the things he claimed to like could all be a lie just to get closer to her. And what was once a very nice, fun guy to be around soon becomes someone that she doesn't know if she can trust. And as things don't go his way, he goes from being a nice guy to what he truly is. A stalker.
Now, he wasn't there for stalking her. Just fall asleep, wake up, and try again. This time, I wouldn't tell her nothing. Does she tell you what hand she cleans her backside with? No, she doesn't. So some stuff just keep to yourself, man. You can't be too honest with women. Be honest with yourself. You're not even honest with yourself. But you want to be more honest with her box? Because that's what you're being truthful to.
And he's going to keep manipulating her over and over until he gets exactly what he wants. For her to love him. When she tries to explain that she could never love him because he's been manipulating her, she'll never know what's true, and even if a past version of her did love him, she's a new person today. And he soon shows his problems with her consent. And when he can't get what he wants, then he soon turns to violence, knowing that there will be no repercussion.
That is some kind of an artificial background, an artificial sky, yellow. Looks like wires, maybe? Yeah, that's trippy. That's trippy. Hold up, let me get another angle.
Remind me of like that,
Gotta see this.
Infinity War.
Look at this.
When they put up the protective dome, it looks like the same type of effect. If you ask me.
Somebody help me understand that.
I don't know, man.
Somebody help me understand what
like
the heck
CGI.
that is. Look at no, that's
CGI.
The sky's tripping, big time.
Infinity War,
big
Wakanda.
time, baby,
Look at
big
this,
time.
huh?
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, that's
Look
wild.
at this. Get out of the way. Look at this. Somebody please explain.
So I saw this video that someone made where they pointed their camera at the sun and turned on the captions and the sun talked to them. So let's see.
I think I just got stupider.
By increasing the contrast, seems like blood is coming out of a dress. Tip there and over there at the dress. Also the arms are in blood, the face too. This reminds me of a the outer parts of her dress turn into angel wings, right? See the transformation, right? When she is going into the light by increasing the brightness, look what is going to happen with her face. The more she goes into the light, it seems like that the more she is going to smile, right?
It does.
Right? And also the blood is gone. And there she is. And there she is in the light. This is what I see in this portrait.
Well, that was a little disturbing, but this is the royal family. They're wackos. I read in the comments of this clip that they tore it down because there's a hole in one of these stones and the star, the North Star, never moved, and that proved the earth was flat. To which I'm saying, so what if the earth is flat or if it's round? How does that help things out? How does it harm things? Are you saying, oh, that means because they told us lies? Santa Claus was a lie, and your parents told you that. The Easter Bunny, Easter eggs, all that stuff was lies. Do you still celebrate Christmas? you do still take your kid's tooth to put it under the pillow, right? So what are you going to do when you find out, okay, gotcha, the earth is really flat? Then what are you going to do? You still going to be walking on the earth? Shut your bitch ass up, is what I'm trying to say. Get off my back, flat earthers.
Do you guys know why brands we've supported for years suddenly changed? It seems like we blinked and these companies just turned on us. They became something we can no longer support. It's almost like someone snapped their fingers and poof. Allow me to introduce you to that someone. Meet Larry Fink. Larry Fink is on the board of trustees at the World Economic Forum and a member of the Council of Foreign Relations. You know, the CFR. Fink is also the CEO of BlackRock, the world's largest multinational investment firm. You know, basically the evil corporation that's running the world right now. Yeah. Here's Larry Fink in 2017 saying your favorite company is going to be forced to change.
Behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing that we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors. What we are doing internally is, if you don't achieve these levels of impact, your compensation could be impacted, okay? You have to force behaviors. And if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted.
So Fink said behaviors need to be forced. BlackRock and Fink forced your favorite companies to change with a snap of their fingers.
I get it now. These people can't come back from the dead. Once they're dead, they're gone. They can't control the sun, how it moves, if it sets, when it sets. So let's make you think there's a fake sky. We'll make you because what do they even need to do all of this for? What do they need all this deception for? For money? They've already got all the money. No, I think they need the deception for another reason.
The Antichrist is described as a charismatic leader who will rise to power in the end times, during a period of great turmoil and deception. He will deceive many people with his charisma, eloquence, and apparent solutions to global problems. He will perform signs and wonders, leading people to believe that he is a divine figure. The Antichrist will establish a global kingdom and exercise immense control over the world, implementing a system of economic, political, and religious dominance. He will demand worship and allegiance from people, forcing them to receive a mark on their foreheads or hands as a sign of their loyalty.
Let's not get too deep just yet, because I know you're already scared. Let's get terrified.
Does this pic look familiar? It's the backrooms, and there's a guy that claims to be stuck in them in real life. The backrooms are a liminal space just outside of our reality that...
Boring. Jesus Christ.
If you take Close Encounters of the Third Kind that was made in 1977...
Yeah.
By none other than Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg has features the creatures and all that stuff. So all those reports, including Richard Dreyfuss's face being burned, came directly out of Project Blue Book files.
What else came out of Project Blue Book files? Maybe this giant tree stump, or what looks like a giant tree stump. You leave it in the comments and tell me.
Features the creatures and all that stuff. So all those reports, including Richard Dreyfuss's face being burned, came directly out of Project Blue Book files, the Air Force's own files. Steven Spielberg had cameo appearance of Dr. J. Allen Hynek, who investigated UFO reports in an official capacity for the United States Air Force. And those Close Encounters of the Third Kind that we talked about earlier, that's when the witnesses, claim to see occupants, beings associated with the craft. Those depictions from the witnesses were taken out of the files and right into the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
And there you go.
So they got all that information, flight characteristics, what the UFOs look like, what the beings look like out of Project Blue Book files.
It's absurd.
So now it makes sense why the CIA would have a star on a Hollywood Walk of Squares. Or the Hollywood Square of Walks.
When a man falls out of your boat and into the water, you should yell, "Man overboard." Now, what should you yell if a woman falls overboard?
Full speed ahead.
Yeah, it's all bullshit anyway. But it makes sense now, though.
I've been trying to tell you, women don't really have a hierarchy.
No, that they do. It's pretty girls and ugly girls.
You smug cocksucker. Fuck you.
that could be a couple of things. That could be a microwave that they're shooting up into the ozone layer to mess around with electromagnetic frequencies, which is why we see the animals not knowing where they're going all of a sudden. For millions of years, they've been knowing when to hibernate, when to go swim, and to go check out the other girl dolphins. Now they just don't know where they're going. Or they could be shooting a laser into the sky to project from the ground what they want you to see in the sky. Like this clip.
You find this environment terrifying, yet working here can fetch a monthly salary of up to $50,000.
That sounds good. The thing they don't tell you is about the Kraken, and you still got to be there. But it's $50,000 at the end of the 30 days if you live that long.
Yes, this is daily life on an offshore oil drilling platform. Working here, you might go an entire month without seeing a single passing ship. It's almost impossible to encounter strangers. The most stunning view is the moment of sunset. Something unforgettable in your lifetime. However, after nightfall, it becomes quite frightening. When you open the door and step onto the deck, you experience true darkness. Besides the lights on the drilling platform, there's no distant glow in sight. Let me put it this way. Throw an apple into the distance and it vanishes into the darkness. Even a brightly colored orange would yield the same result. Tacking it a step further, shining a flashlight into the darkness offers no feedback or reflection. So here's the thing on these Iceland-like oil rigs in case of an emergency. How do the personnel evacuate? Do they just jump into the sea? On offshore drilling platforms, there are dedicated escape pods. So, would you dare to take up this $50,000 a month job?
Well, you know me, I don't mess with the ocean already. So I don't think I can mess with that job. Because in messing with that job, I would be messing with the ocean.
Oh, there are aliens in this room right now.
For real?
Yeah, you're not of this world, bro.
Me?
You're the alien.
Oh, wow, I didn't know.
That they wanted to build a giant artificial system, and Google believes that the first artificial intelligence will be a supercomputer.
I just can't take Alex Jones seriously ever since I saw him in Freddy vs. Jason. Watch. So Alex Jones is an actor. I'm not saying that he is incorrect about what he's saying. I'm saying I don't know this isn't a script that he was given and he's just reading from the script.
Crashed UFO recovered by the U.S. military distorted space and time, leaving one investigator nauseous and disoriented. When he went in, he discovered it was much larger inside than out. They had a guy go into it, and it was the size of a football stadium.
Oh my gosh!
While the outside was only about 30 feet in diameter.
What if this guy went inside this thing, right? Everything was a LED screen. So he thought it was the size of a football field. We don't know, man. These guys got a lot of tricks. You know, Lucifer is very deceptive. But like I told you before, of course Lucifer is very deceptive because the devil was created by God. Some of you people think the devil is just as strong as God. How? Just explain to me how. Because we'd all already be burning up if that's what it was. The devil wouldn't have to whisper to you. He could just grab you and throw lava on you. Of course the devil's going to be a master at what he does because that's how God created him to be. If you believe in the whole fairy tale of religion. It's up to you. I don't know.
Stop brushing your teeth.
He don't need to never stop brushing his teeth. Goodness, he need to brush his tongue, his gums, his face, his hairline.
Stop brushing your teeth. Brushing your teeth is bad. All right, let me explain. 99% of people in this generation use plastic toothbrushes. You may say, what is the problem with that? Plastic toothbrushes have nylon bristles, which contain microplastics. Every time you brush your teeth, millions of microplastic bits enter your system. This usually causes cancer and leads to a worse life. If you want to avoid this, then you can use a more natural alternative. What I recommend is using something called a miswax stick. This stick originated from nature and is a more natural and healthy way of brushing your teeth. It contains 0 microplastics and makes your teeth whiter in just a matter of days.
Yeah, I just played that video to show that girls can be hot, but then also kick your ass. Some of them. Most of them that's not Black Panther 2 Shawanda Forever. But some of them are Rogue from the X-Men.
If they could leave Earth, they wouldn't need bunkers.
Thank you to my channel members. We said thank you. Ha! To my channel members. No diddy when I say member. Thank you to my channel members. Fuck you if you're not a member. Nah, I'm just kidding. But seriously, join. Thank you.